Hey guys, Estelle back here. I'm bringing you some ground war domination on jungle. I'm using the basic setup of the FAMAS with flak jacket, sleight of hand, and I think I got hacker on this one, along with the claymore. This is pretty much my basic setup that I always do unless I change something, but this is what I usually go with. We're coming off the C spawn, and what we usually do here is we set up shop at B and C. We do get a couple guys like I'm about to do here, get into B hut here, just to secure overhead B, and then we'll try to set up a spawn trap here in jungle. And this type of a map here, we'd usually run the B spawn trap. We try to set them up a spawn trap at B because that's where the majority of them are going to head towards. However, you got to make sure that you hold down village as well, and that's the crook of this whole thing, the catch of this whole spawn trap. On any way you do it on this map, is you have to have a good, strong foothold, a good, solid team over that village that can sustain themselves by themselves long enough to have a spawn trap set up. And if you don't have that, it's really tough to get a spawn trap going because of the nature of where both teams are going to have to be located. It's really hard for someone at B to support somebody to run all the way around to help somebody out over at village. By that time that the guy gets there, the situation is over, and vice versa. So that's how you have to be careful of that, and that's what kind of sort of happens here. We get a little bit of a trap going on here, but it's not a really well-contained spawn trap. So that's just the nature of the beast. But I want to get into something that's pretty important to me, and I've seen a lot of things about, and that's the concept of bullying, being bullied and bullying, bullying to somebody. You've seen over the last year or just a few months ago, the kid that made big news was the kid that got text a bunch of derogatory things or was bullied on her cell phone, and she ended up committing suicide. Another situation I saw was somebody videotaped a fight of this really scrawny bully hitting this bigger kid that just took it. He was a very passive kid. It looked like he was very, very shy, and just took it. The kid punched him in the face, punched him in the gut, and then all of a sudden the big kid, the bullied victim, had enough of it, picked up the smaller kid and slammed him on the concrete. Apparently he was injured a little bit, but from what I understand, what I'm told, I don't know anything about it, that the bullied kid got a 30-day suspension or something like that, while the kid that slammed the bully only got about a 2-day or something lesser suspension. I'm not quite sure, but that's what I've heard. I can't confirm any of that stuff. And then finally was the other video that I saw on YouTube of a girl with a big, couple dozen signs of construction paper, just holding them up into her pod, or her webcam, about how she's being bullied at school and how it hurts her and how it's not good and all that stuff. So these are very serious issues. When I was in school, bullying was still an issue, of course, but it wasn't the center point that it is right now that everybody talks about. When you think school, besides learning and things, what is the next thing you kind of think of? It's bullies. This is what I think of. When I was in school, though, it was definitely bullies still exist for sure, but it wasn't that big of an issue, and I was a bully. I was bullied. I was a victim for pretty much my entire school career, public school career. I would get beat up on in elementary school every day during like second grade or third grade or something like that. I think the guys, there was a few of them that would pick on me, 3 of them or so. They did it more out of fun because when they would do the whole beat up stuff, I guess they're big WWF fans and they figured they could do it with me. They really didn't want to hurt me too much so that they couldn't do it the next day. And me being the idiot and the young kid that I am, frankly, I didn't report that. And I should have said something, but I thought I was just going to be, shunned, like more shunned than I already was apparently. So what was the point? So that was elementary school for me. Junior high, I got bullied. Didn't get beat up like that, but I got the swirlied once. And I was picked on. I was, considered an easy target. I didn't, wasn't very popular. I wasn't very vocal. I was a very shy kid. So they picked on me. I didn't go into the extremes like some of these people that happened to them, but I experienced this, and I want to tell you guys, if there are anybody out there that does pick on kids, reevaluate what you're doing, because nowadays it is a serious issue. Kids are being charged as adults because of these things, especially for the kids that are the victims that kill themselves or die over a situation. There is no remorse anymore. Bullying is zero tolerated, and it is now will be the full extent of the law, like it should be. I full-heartedly agree with it. And also too, and with that, it ruins your life. Your life is over and you're in 5th grade, or your life is over and you're in 8th grade. And frankly, there's nobody that's going to take pity on you, at least in the public. Watching the comments on that YouTube video of that kid that got slammed, every single one of them was good job, good that kid got what was coming to him, meaning the scrawny bully kid. I hope he got expelled, stuff like that. So there is no sympathy at all. So if you're one of those people that does bully kids, reevaluate what you're doing, rethink about what you're doing, and if you were a victim, would you want somebody else to be doing this to you? Because just because you're picking on someone else doesn't necessarily mean at another school or another situation there won't be a kid that could pick on you, because there's always somebody bigger and badder in the playground than you. So that's what I try to go off of. I try to think of the whole little Bible phrase, and I'm not a big religious person, and by no means am I stretching, trying to pose religion on anybody, but the phrase comes from the Bible, I guess. Do unto others as you would have them do to you, meaning treat others as you would want them to treat you. And I take that to heart. That's very important to me, and that's kind of sort of how my life is set up. I try to be a very kind person, and in turn, people are kind to me, because I'm also too a very karma believer. You do good karma, then you're going to have good things happen to you. They might not be huge things or little things, but good things will happen to you. But if you do bad karma, then you can expect bad things to eventually happen to you. So these are the kind of things that I believe in, and maybe my experience as being bullied has helped me with this and made my decisions and made my life the way it is kind of today. And if it got me anywhere where I am right now with being almost close to graduating college like stuff, then maybe it was a good thing. I guess probably not, but I just wanted to bring this up because it was a kind of a hit-home subject to myself. And I saw those videos of just these kids, your guys' age, 13, 14, 15, for most of you guys that watch my videos. And it's just so sad to see it. And it's totally 100% unnecessary. There is absolutely zero reason why kids should be treating kids like that. Getting a little hot and heavy here over at B here, and that's pretty cool. So I just wanted to bring this up, bring this as a topic to you guys, bring it to you guys, present it to you. And if you want to have a conversation about it, or tell your stories, and I'll tell some stories in the comments and stuff about it, when I was bullied and things like that, and we can talk about it, because I think it will go a long way. So if we could take bullying out of the classroom, out of the schools, to make people's educational experience that much better, and maybe we can keep a kid in school longer. Maybe we can keep a kid enthusiastic in their education longer, so you don't they can achieve their fullest capabilities as a student and do great things that society hopes for them to do. So that's all about what I wanted to talk about, was the whole bullying thing, and bring that to your guys' attention and things like that. So leave comments in the comments section. I think that we're coming down to the last minute or so here, so I'm going to just let it play out. Hope you guys enjoyed the talk. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will check you guys later. Take care.
Mission accomplished. Evac on the way.